Hey y'all, today from the Coop, I got Luke here, who is a wonderful, wonderful daddy to help me share a book with y'all. My daughter-in-law got a book from me. She's a second grade teacher, and every year the library, they get rid of books at the end of the year, and she found this jewel right here. It's called Daddy Stories. It's a little golden book, and it contains 3 different stories in it. It contains the story Daddies, which was published in 1953, and it also has the story We Helped Daddy, which was published in 1962, and it also has a little golden book called Animal Daddies and My Daddy, and that one was published in 1968. But these are wonderful little stories, and since Father's Day is this weekend, I figured I'd share this book. I have a wonderful father. He will be 83 this year. My migrant worker is a wonderful father, and I get the honor and pleasure of watching my son be a wonderful father. So this is a loving tribute to all the great, wonderful dads that are out there. We hope you enjoy this book, Little Golden Book, Daddy Stories. Daddies by Janet Frank, illustrated by Tibor, Gergely. What do daddies do all day? Daddies work while children play. They work at desks, they work in stores, in factories, and out of doors. Some daddies help us keep well fed. They make buns and cakes and bread. Some build planes. Some make them fly. Some catch fish for us to fry. Dads make clocks and dads make chairs. Farmer dads grow corn and pears. Dads are sailors dressed in blue, and daddies are policemen too. Dads dig coal and dads drive cars. Dads put food in cans and jars. Doctor daddies keep folks well. Daddies paint and daddies sell. Daddies sit at desks and write the books we read in bed each night. Daddies make steel and daddies sing. Dads do most everything. But when they've worked the whole day through, what do they like best to do? By taxi, train, by cars and bus, daddies rush home to us. We Help Daddy by Minnie Stein, illustrated by Eloise Wilkin. We help Daddy a lot, Benji and I. Daddy fixes the attic door. He calls, "Hammer please." Benji hands him the hammer. Then Daddy says, "Sue, are you ready to help me too?" I am Sue, so I hold out my hands to show I am ready. I bring the tin plate and Benji puts the old rusty nails in it. "You are a help," Daddy says to us. In the garden, Daddy and Benji pull out weeds. I pull out weeds too. I see a nice little snail. When he sees me, the snail puts his head in under his shell. "Now we must water the plants," Daddy says. Benji turns on the faucet. He helps Daddy water the big flowers. I water the pink geraniums with my very own little watering can. "The hedge needs a haircut," Daddy says. Daddy picks up the shears and clip, clip, clip. The hedge is neat and tidy. Benji gathers the clippings and throws them in the wastebasket. I help him. Our dog Zip needs a bath. His paws are muddy and he has some burrs in his coat. Zip does not like baths. He runs away. Benji and I catch him. I wash his wiggly ears. Benji soaps his curly coat. Daddy washes Zip all over. Poor Zip looks so unhappy. We splash warm water all over Zip, and then we rub him dry. Now Zip is nice and clean. "The kitchen fence needs a coat of paint," says Daddy. Benji brings the paintbrush, and I spread newspaper so Daddy can put the paint can on it. We can see Mommy baking in the kitchen. She waves at us and says, "Hello, busy bees." Daddy dips the brush in the can and paints the rails. I run and get my own little paintbrush. Now I can help too. We have a new picture to hang, calls Mommy. We all go into the living room. Benji and I hold the picture up. Daddy puts wire cord through the 2 rings. Daddy climbs the stepladder. I give him a hook to fix in the wall. Then up goes the picture. It's hanging all crooked, says Benji. Daddy straightens the picture and says, "Thank you, Benji." Next, we decide to make a bird feeder. Daddy has a wooden tray for the bottom. "I need 2 pieces for the sides," he says. Benji hands him the wood, and Daddy saws it in 2. I help Benji keep hold while Daddy nails 1 piece of wood on each side of the tray. Then he nails the roof on and puts a big hook in it. I put the breadcrumbs and seeds on the tray, and we hang it near the kitchen window. We watch the birds eat. "Let's get some logs for the fire," says Daddy. Benji and I push the wheelbarrow along. Daddy chops the logs and we pile them in the wheelbarrow and take them to the house. Our next job is to clean the car. Daddy takes the hose and splashes the car all over. Benji and Daddy wipe it dry. I help too. We need a polish," says Daddy. Daddy polishes the front. Benji polishes the sides and I polish the door handles. "See how the car shines," says Benji. "I'm glad I've got some good helpers," says Daddy with a smile. Last of all, we have to mend the handle on Benji's dresser. "Where's the screwdriver?" asks Daddy. Benji finds the screwdriver for Daddy. Daddy takes off the broken handle and screws on the new one. "Thank you, Daddy," says Benji. "Wash your hands for supper," Mommy calls. Benji sees a nail sticking out of the bathroom door. "That must come out before someone gets hurt," says Daddy. "I'll get the pliers," says Benji, and Daddy pulls the nail out. "What would I do without my helpers?" Daddy says to Mommy. After supper, we are very, very sleepy. We had such a busy day helping Daddy. Mommy tucks us in bed and says, "Daddy and I are so pleased with our 2 helpers. Benji and I are very pleased too. Helping Daddy is fun." Animal Daddies and My Daddy by Barbara Shook Hazen. Illustrated by Ilse, Margret, Vogel. Beaver Daddy is a building daddy. He chews with his teeth. He hammers with his tail. He doesn't use a tool or even a nail. My daddy is a building daddy too, but he uses many tools and glue. Lion Daddy is fearless and brave. He would do anything to save his cub. If he had to, my daddy would too. Donkey Daddy is strong. Just look at the load he pulls down the road. My daddy is stronger. He can pull both Spot and me up the hill. Porcupine Daddy is a prickly daddy. The morning face of my daddy tickles before he shaves and takes off his prickles. Brown Bear Daddy is a fishing daddy. He shows his cub how to catch a fish. Swish! Put your paw in the water like this. My daddy shows me how to make a line with a pole and a hook and a ball of twine. Daddy Giraffe is tall as a tree. My daddy is tall, twice as tall as all of me. Mockingbird Daddy is a musical daddy. He serenades field and flower. He sings to his family by the hour. My daddy sings in the shower. Polar Bear Daddy is a playful daddy. He loves to romp on the ice with his son. My daddy and I always have fun. Elephant Daddy always has time. So has mine. Wolf Daddy is a watchful daddy. When Mother Wolf's gone, he guards the den. He cares for the cubs till she's home again. On Saturdays, Daddy sits with me when Mother goes shopping with Aunt Bee. Squirrel Daddy is a thrifty daddy. My daddy saves 1, 2, 3. 3 pennies in the bank for me. Animal daddies are all very fine, but I'll take my daddy anytime.
Sit down. Sit down. Whew, you always mess up my hair. Luke, quit. Quit. Just stay right here. You're messing my hair up. You did good.